Hi guys, my name is Meat. This is going to be a review for Robot Spirits or Robot Damashii Dragonar 1 Custom. Just a heads up, this is going to be a blind review, meaning I know nothing about the anime or manga or any source material relating to Dragonar. I'm picking this up purely on aesthetic looks. Speaking of which, it took me a while to really want this figure. I do like to collect Robot Damashis that are unique in terms of design. And the one thing that really throws me off on this one is that stripe on the knee. It just looks weird for me. I mean, it's patriotic with the red, white, and blue, but it just kind of looks off the rest of the paint scheme of the body. I think if it was just red or if it's just blue, it'll work with me. But just having the mixture, I don't know, it just kind of throws me off. So it took me a while, and I finally went ahead and, you know what, I'll give it a shot. I actually really like the design, especially in the upper torso. And I do like the Dragonar 2 design, which hopefully I can pick it up later on. I with that hesitant of picking this up because of a silly color scheme that I didn't like on the knee, I missed out the pre-order on Tatsu Hobby. And I ended up getting it from Amazon. Anyways, that's my little story about this particular figure. Hopefully there's more to it. I haven't opened it yet. Let's take a look inside. Alright, we got the Dragonar here, and he looks great. He does have that slightly asymmetrical look. The shoulders is slightly different from the left, and also his armaments on his waist slightly different. You get the dual beam sabers on this side here. It's actually my first time seeing something like that. It's kind of cool. Kind of like God Gundam. He got this rotating part here, but it's only this top part, and this is a little different where there's another one attached here. I'm not sure if there's another gun that does that. Otherwise, it's almost the same from left to right, and he looks great. You know, aside from the knees, but that's just me. Anyways, let's go over the articulation and different armaments. We got the head here, which can move side to side. He does have yellow eyes, really cool. There is an option to swap out the antenna, and this goes along with a lot of Robot Damashis out there. So this is the flexible one. I tried putting it on. It doesn't seem to stay on. I don't know, maybe just the nature of the rubber. But I might use that since in any case that this falls off or something falls onto it, it will just bend. Yeah. Or at least you have a spare, just in case you break it. Hopefully not. Anyways, moving on, we have the shoulder here. It's on a sleeve, a circular disc right there in the middle between the torso and the shoulder. And it has a hinge. Separate part. It's really cool. You get the biceps here. You get a fairly good elbow bend. A little bit over or 135 degrees. Now I'm not too sure what this is, the forearm. It might be an ammo pack. And there goes the beam saber. Might be called something else. Yeah, this is not from a Gundam series, but who knows? I'm still gonna call it beam sabers. I'm guessing since it's still Bandai. There we go. Got that back there. You get the waist articulation here. You can rock back and forth. Now on the skirt, it's actually there's no moving parts. It's fixed, but it's wide enough so you can move the hips without much problem. Same thing on the back skirt. It's one solid piece. You have a swivel there. You get the knee. You have a compartment here on the back for the knife. There we go. And the knife is nicely sculpted. It's a serrated part there too. Really cool. I don't think you can remove that holster, but I'm just gonna leave it there. And that doesn't really hinder much in terms of bending. So that's great. Now, on the knees, again, I don't know, there's just something. I do like the curvature here, you know, with the bends. Then you just get a plain shin guard. Kind of wish they've added design on that, but it's not much to it. But the feet, you get a little bit of mechanical detail there. Nice. It's double jointed. There we go. And yeah. Otherwise, we get the backpack here, which is kind of molded on his torso. You get a lot of thrusters here, so a lot of detail as well. Now his payload, I don't think you can move that out. Kind of wish that there's more, but who knows? Maybe they've added more. But then again, I don't think you can really add more on that. Then you do have a hinge, so you can fold it down. Yep. Really cool. Alright, so other than that, that's pretty much it for the main figure. Let's go over the accessories. We got the shield here. It says D1 for Dragonar 1. Has some really nice paint on it. It's kind of like glossy. This one's like metallic. Really cool. You have a handle here, and you can use that for him to hold there. Or you do have an option. There's another port here for this, and this is for the forearm connection. So I think it's better just put this on first. So I'm just gonna attach it here. There's little slits on both sides. Just clap it on, or probably just do it this way. Here we go. Put this on here. And you probably have an option to swap out the hands for him to hold the handle, but it's already there. You probably don't need to do that. But yeah, it's a nice shield. Alright, next part, we have the rifle. Again, nicely detailed. Now, this one moves up. So I'm guessing that might be the ammo clip. And just looking at the details, it's the same on his forearm. So that's probably what it is. It's really cool. Then again, I could be wrong. The ammo pack might be on the back here, but on the stock. You do have this handle here. It's really thin plastic, and I would recommend to use caution on moving that. There's a really nice thread slit there for the scope or for the camera. Just nice details. Now we have plenty of hands with this also. It's kind of your basic. You have your closed fist, then you have a pair of your open hand for dynamic poses. Then you have a pair of holding, and most likely this is for the shield or the beam saber. So you get a pair of that. And last but not least, you get a pair of trigger finger hands. So it's great they've added a pair, and sometimes they only give you the right. Like, what if you want to hold it on the left and have the right hold the beam saber? So in this one, I usually just kind of pry out the thumb a little bit, maybe exercise it a little bit. You get it in there, and usually once I have it in there, I leave the hand on the handle. There's really no point of swapping it out unless you can stash the weapon somewhere on the body. But more than likely, I'm just gonna leave it here, and when I need to, I'll swap it out. So to swap it out, we just pop this out. It's that bolt joint, which I'm not too fond of. Again, I'm more of a straight peg wrist. It's more stable, and it's not less likely to break. But with the bolt joint, it gives you a little bit more articulation, so there's always a trade-off there. Put this on. First time I put this on, I have a little bit of problem. Either it's the first time. Usually when they don't have anything on the joint, they tend to shrink. So you have patience. And the forearm kind of gets in a way for holding. You tend to hold this like this, and be careful, you don't want to snap that ammo clip on the forearm. And there we go. He looks great. And let's go over the beam saber effect parts. Alright, this particular figure comes with 2 beam saber effect parts. They're kind of like the lime color. Yep, and I'm just gonna grab one of them. There we go. Attach this on. Here we go. And there's an option of combining them, but that's a separate piece. And this one's a little shorter. Because if you combine them, it's gonna be a little bit longer. Anyways, you got this handle here, and it's gonna like dart maul, wielding 2 beam sabers. It's like a lance. There we go, and that's really cool to have. There we go, and I think that's pretty much it for the review. I highly recommend getting the Dragonar 1, especially if you're planning to get Dragonar 2. And actually, I'm looking forward to getting that as well. This is a really cool figure. I'm a little skeptical at first because of the paint, you know, but I'm really happy I passed that. And this is a really great figure. It's a solid figure. Not a lot of parts are falling down. Aside from if you want to put this on, I have a little problems with that one. But you know, nonetheless, it's a really cool design, and highly recommend getting the Dragonar 1. Alright, that's about it for the review. If you have any questions, let me know. So until then, this is Meats. Thanks for watching.